Well, hello there, kids. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have an amazing episode planned for you this evening. We have two melanin beauties joining us this evening. We have the incredible NEVAEHA LE'VIXENN joining us, as well as the incomparable TIFFANI HUNTER-MONIQUE. We also have my incredible co-host, Anastasia Diamond, here with us. She'll be giving us a little bit of affirmations with Anastasia this evening. But I want to talk about who is joining us. First of all, we have got Vicky here. Evening, everyone. Hello, darling. How are you? Casey is here. Hello, 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 lovelies. Hello, darling. My lovely husband, Derek, is here. Hi, everyone. Hi, sweetheart. Daniel Jackson. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Vicky would like to remind everyone, don't forget to share this video to your wall. That way more people get to watch, and that way we get to bring our drag to more of all of you. Derek says, so cute pandas. You know what? Since he mentioned it, I guess I should dive into a little who, what, and where. Who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I am a drag artist located in Pennsylvania. I love the art of drag. It wakes me up in the morning. What am I wearing? Well, I went through some of my wonderful Christmas gifts this weekend, and I found this lovely little shirt that I got. It says, cute as a panda and twice as lazy. I don't like the lazy reference, but I do like the cute part of it. I love pandas. I've always loved pandas. If you watched my YouTube series, Just Ask Jade, you will notice I had two little pandas on my desk at all times. They are my children. I love them so much. What else am I wearing? I am wearing some hair that I found in the Amazon. Yeah, okay. My makeup tonight, my concealer is Wet n Wild. I have a lot of actually, most of my makeup is Morphe this evening. My eyes are Morphe. My contour is Morphe. My cheeks are Juvia's Place. And my lips are, you know my favorite, the Lip Bar. I love it. I wanted to play with more of the colors tonight, and I really like the combination I made. Last but not least, where can you find me? You can find me every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Inside the Drag Closet on Facebook and YouTube. So let's see some more of these comments here. A lot of people sending some love. Daniel Jackson, OMG, we have a teenager hosting tonight. I appreciate that because my birthday is this Saturday, and I am turning 43 years old. I know, I take care of myself. It's also a lot of makeup. But something weird just happened to our chat. I'm going to try to figure out what that was. Oh, excellent. Anastasia's doing some tech support for me. Thank you, sis. We have some more comments here. Oh my God, a lot of people tuning in this evening. A lot of people we absolutely love and adore. Our sister Amethyst Diamonds is watching. Hello, honey. How are you? You know what? I want to bring in my amazing co-host for the evening. You know her and love her, and she is looking stunning this evening. So everyone, let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, Anastasia Diamond.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. How are you this evening, honey?
I am good. How are you, sister?
Oh, honey, I am here. I'm vibing. I just made it home from work. So, we're here.
I noticed you came in with your glamour headache.
Truly, always. It's a tension headache. Truly.
Oh.
A penetrative headache, if you know what that means, Oh.
I know you like it when it's penetrative.
Oh, only whenever it's deep in there.
Why do I? Give us a little who, what, and where. I don't know what's happening.
Who am I? Hello. My name is Anastasia Diamond. I am a drag queen, allegedly. What am I wearing? I'm wearing some jewels from Lux. I've got some jewels from Rocks by Cox, Juvia's Place, Black Opal, Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick with a little bit of glitter on top of it. I'm wearing this wig, the Shake and Go wig from eBay, and this little jumper sort of kind of thing. from my mother's closet from several years ago. Where can you find me? Well, you can find me on Instagram at Anastasia Diamond 95. You can find me on Cash App at $ Anastasia Diamond 95. You can find me on Venmo at Anastasia Diamond 95. And you can also find me. I'm gonna be good this time because it's Black History Month. Never mind.
Girl. I am glad you brought up that it is Black History Month. We have been featuring Black artists all month, and it has been an absolute joy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Not that we don't feature artists and performers of color in general, but it's very, very important that we feature them specifically for this month.
Exactly.
For Pride Month, we're just gonna feature straight people.
You know, it's funny you should mention that because I have our lineup for the rest of the month, and we are actually taking a little bit of a cue from a very popular competition show. Our final guest this month, I have brought on a straight friend of mine.
Ooh.
Because we want to discuss. His name is James. This is James.
Oh,
that is James at his wedding.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wow. I was thinking those legs are spread apart just for me. But okay.
But we want to talk about can you be straight and queer? It's going to be an interesting night that night.
Let's see what. Wait. Am I on that night?
You are.
Okay. All right.
We're all going to be right here in my dining room.
Let's see what happens.
Did you really just say, let's see what happens? You are a mess.
Oh, the largest mess. The prettiest mess.
The prettiest mess. You are the prettiest mess. We are getting a lot of love this evening to Estee Lauderdale saying, Anastasia out here saying, oh, these jewels.
You know, it's just, I wasn't sure, I didn't want to boast about them, but I'm hoping to do a nude photo shoot sometime soon with Just Jewels.
Just Jewels. Oh my God, we'll get Scott Church to do that in a heartbeat.
Girl, you'd have to shave me down like a butterball turkey before I do that. You want to have to cluck and de-pluck. You want to have to pluck all the feathers.
Well, whatever works.
And oil me up too.
Miss Alanya Chest pointing out the bob with the bayang.
With the big stiff wear Oh, right there.
It looks so good on you, though.
Thank you. It's giving me very Dora the Explorer. Very, Thelma
Dinkley.
Thelma Dinkley, yes. I was gonna say maybe what's that one girl? Liza Minnelli.
Yes, that one girl, Liza Minnelli.
I had to sing the song in my head first. I was like, it's someone with a Z, not something with an S. Liza. There we go.
Yes, that's all of the. We just lost all of the gay watchers now. Great, awesome,
great. My target audience is here. Hello, furries. You attracted them with those damn pandas. That's what I'm telling you.
I did. I really did. It's all the furries. I went. Ooh, can you imagine doing an episode with furry drag performers?
I could, but I'd have to ask. The first question I have to ask is, what is this whole thing going around on the internet with regards to this pizza? This pizza at a convention that allegedly has fluids on it that people consume. I just want to know what's going on at these conventions.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I am thoroughly concerned. I am worried.
Yeah.
And a little turned on. I'm not going to lie. Jay Xavier just said, oh, hell to the no. Valid. Super valid.
Are you scared? Are you afraid of something that you might enjoy, Jay? Just because you're a new father doesn't mean you have to stop exploring.
I was literally just going to say, now that you're a daddy doesn't mean you're done living.
Period.
We are getting the best amount of emojis, but we need to stop talking about this yucky pizza. And let's talk to our first guest for the evening. Are you ready, girl?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am so excited to have her here. Her and I have been friends for what feels like an eternity. Everyone, let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the incredible NEVAEHA LE'VIXENN.
Hey, you all.
Yes, look at how pretty she is.
Oh, thank you. It's just
She
a little
is
something I
poised.
threw. Something I threw together real quick, you know.
Ooh.
Just a little gloss and a lash.
You know, I woke up, I literally woke up like this.
Yeah,
She passed out
literally.
like
I mean, come on.
Girl, it's the human hair for me. Okay, come through.
I mean,
Inches.
you like it?
Yes, inches. Yes, ma'am.
So you like it?
Yes. That's good.
Stop, y'all gonna get me going already. We just started, honey.
Yes, I'm living.
Yes.
Sis, give us a little who, what, where about you.
Okay, I am NEVAEHA LE'VIXENN. I am what I like to call myself, with two E's, the melanin goddess of Pennsylvania. What am I wearing? Some cheap shit, to be honest. Except for the hair. The hair's not cheap. Hair's not cheap. But I'm wearing also some rocks by Cox. Got these earrings from California. Wish I could remember the name of the place. Fenty Beauty, and a little cheap little fur coat that I got from Plato's Closet. And you guys can find me on, I know I love Plato's Closet. I can't take. Every time I go in there, they know that I want all the furs. All of them. Like literally just there is a section dedicated to me for furs. But you guys can find me on Facebook. I have two Facebooks. One is NEVAEHA LE'VIXENN, my name, which you'll see here, and then my other one is Haji Payne, which is my everyday name, first name and last name, and Instagram at NEVAEHA, NEVAEHALVXN.
Get it right. Period.
Purr. And you can find me in Lancaster too.
Oh, she's trying to give out her address so that she can get that trade coming through.
Yeah, shit. I didn't put all this on for just this.
Derek says, come through recycled furs.
Period. Period.
I am mad about it. I got 3 of them hanging up there.
Yeah, I think I have about 8 furs. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I also went through a thing where I was like, do I want to wear the pink one, the green one, the brown one, or the black one? Or like I went through a whole thing. So I just went with black. I kept it cute. I kept it real light, you know. But dark but light.
You know it is Black History Month, you know.
Purr.
Yes.
Yes, but thank y'all for having me. I just wanted to say that. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, of course, girl.
Yes, I've been wanting to get on here for a while and like kiki with y'all and talk some shit. So
well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Who do you hate the most? No, split.
I was like, girl, how much time do you got? The show isn't supposed to be this long, okay? We will be here until Saturday.
It's fine. We can go over a bit.
I know, right? But yeah, my gloves, I don't know where they came from. I want to say Amazon. I'm not sure because they're not mine. I stole them from my sister. Shout out to Chinese Angels. Love you, babe.
We love what's that called whenever you have oh shoot. We love a kleptomaniac queen. You know?
I mean, you know. If you ain't a klepto, then where you at? Where you at?
Yes.
It was regifting.
Period.
Charlize just didn't know she was gifting it in the first place.
Exactly. That's how I like to look at it. That's how I like to look at it.
So, NEVAEHA, you let us know that you're in Lancaster, and I know that I'm not sure if everyone on this call knows, you know, all of our listeners, but one of the oldest gay bars in Lancaster, one of the longest running gay bars in Lancaster, recently closed, Tally Ho.
My heart.
So how have you all been coping with that in Lancaster? You know, I know that there is a few other clubs over there, but what is it? How are things over there in Lancaster now that club is closed?
Well, it's been okay, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird almost.
Yeah.
Just because like it's so weird to like have a place that you go to. Like, I mean, I was there every day. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
and it's so weird to like have a place that you go to every day that like now you just don't have. And the weirdest part about it is like when you go to other places and like you see that like group of people that used to go there all the time and
Oh
you
my
just see them at all these different like random places and you're like, okay, so where are we going? Like, where are we settling down? Like, that's kind of like
Yeah.
the thing. It's like, where the hell are, like, where's our home? Like,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been kind of hard though, but I mean, what you gonna do? You know?
Truly. But now
Yeah.
you normally perform in Lancaster at that one club. What's that one club called?
The
Um,
Village,
the Village at what is it?
hmm
The show is called Fever.
High
High Fever.
Fever.
High
Yeah.
Fever.
hmm
Yes. So how is that going?
Oh my God, it's so amazing. Every time we just had our 6 year anniversary for the show. That
What?
was that was in December, I believe it was.
Wow.
Um, and like it's just been really great. Like it's really good. Everyone comes. It's a themed party for those who don't know.
Mhm.
So it's so cute and fun to like see everyone like do the theme and like but we encourage for you to do a theme, but like you don't have to come in theme. Like just get your ass out the house. Like just come outside is what we saying. And like
That
that's it.
part. And bring some money too. Hello.
Period. That part. But yeah, I love it there. It's really good. So I really, but the thing about that is that the village isn't like technically a gay bar.
Yes.
So we don't go and I if I'm not mistaken too, their hours are very limited there. Like I think they're only open like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. I'm not
Lord.
sure. I could have sworn someone like told me that
Lord.
recently, and I was like, "What?" Or Wednesday. I know it's Wednesday. I know it's Wednesday
Definitely.
because it's called like White Girl Wednesdays, and it gets like
Oh.
crazy, right? So I stay far away
You-
from that.
So you go in your best white chicks attire. And you're like,
Right.
ah, you're
Right,
so
exactly. Oh my
funny.
God.
So
Yes.
the village is open literally Friday and Saturday.
I'm pretty sure I know they're open Wednesdays and I think it's Friday and Saturday too, but I'm
Wow.
not
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
I just
So
looked
it's
at
not like
their
a
Facebook.
oh, is that what it says?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, unless they stop doing the Wednesday thing. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they still do the Wednesday thing.
Girl, you just gotta go over there in your nice blonde wig and check it out.
Mm-mm.
Do
Nope.
it.
No. I
College
did it
night.
one time before. Well, my main problem too is that like Wednesdays I go like out during like the daytime because I work Thursday mornings at 8 a.m.
No.
So back when I was 21, I would totally go to that and be, drunk at work at
Yeah.
8 a.m. But now that I'm almost 30, I just don't think I can do all that anymore. So
Mess.
can't.
That's fair though.
Right.
Talking about aging and drag, I noticed like primarily when you are performing, well, I'll say whenever a lot of drag queens are performing, oftentimes they wear heels. Now that is not a preference of yours, correct?
I do now.
Oh, what
Yeah.
happened?
Well. I go back and forth. Like I love a
Mhm.
good like platform. I love a good chunky heel
Yeah.
because my style of performing is very like which I'm not saying you can't do in heels, but it's
Mhm.
very hard hitting choreography,
Exactly.
this, that,
Mhm.
losing my mind, wig might fall off, but it won't
Yeah.
because I glue it to my head. Um, but for the most part now, I for the past, I would say 2 years actually, I've been doing more of like wearing like actual heels. So
Wow. I
yeah.
was like, She is like so powerful in these combat boots and these
Yeah, I
platform
be
boots.
losing it.
Ooh, come through. I was like, she's ready to stomp someone's ass in.
I'm
Just
telling you, because yes, like that's just the way that, like, I don't know, I just
Majesty.
grounded choreography. Oh, that's my daughter.
Yes.
She's been blowing up the comment section for her mama.
She's funny. But yeah, that's my life. I love me a good old combat chunky heel, smash a fucking window out with my boot. So
I live for it.
There's a whole family reunion going on in the comments section right now because Amethyst has popped in.
Auntie.
Oh, wait a minute. That's your aunt. That's her aunt.
Yeah, Amethyst is my drag auntie.
Well, she's my drag mother.
So you're cousins.
She adopted me. She adopted me.
I
I never had a drag mama before, but she was like, "Come here, bitch."
I love that. I didn't know that.
Girl, I didn't know we was related. Okay.
I mean, can't y'all see the resemblance? I mean,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, we're giving it to him.
I should have done a black lip tonight. Hold up, let me go get my black lip. And I'll be right back.
Oh, we have people blowing up about the black lip. I love it.
Black lip is my signature. Like
Yeah.
like 9 times out of 10, I will be in a black lip. If I do not have a black lip on, 10 times out of 10, I'm not feeling comfortable. But I push through it because not all looks require a black lip. But because of the style of drag that I have, like most of the time I can wear a black lip. I don't know. It just makes me feel bold and, with my combat boots on, with the stompers. Me and my friends call them the stompers.
Oh my God.
Majesty just said makes her teeth extra white.
That part.
Thank you, girl.
Get this bitch a Colgate sponsor.
I mean, please get me out the hood. Get me out the hood.
So, Nevaeh, we do have another guest to get to, but before we go, we have one more question for you, and that is from Corey. What's the best black lipstick in your opinion?
Oh my God. Okay, I live, and no one is gonna expect this, but I live for the NYX black lipstick. It's literally like $5. And that's the thing too. Drag doesn't never have to be that expensive. Now, I won't go cheap on like my foundation and my powder because I mean, come on. But the lipstick, I mean, if it's not right, you can just set it with a little something on your palette, add a little gloss on there and call it that. But yeah, $5, NYX, love it. I've been getting it for literally like 9 years. So
whoa.
Yeah.
Have you tried Julia's Place? They're black?
Yes, that's actually no, I haven't tried their black lipstick, but I do wear their eyeshadows.
Okay. Their black lipstick?
Yeah.
She's cute.
Okay.
She's cute.
All right. But
she's also $20, so
ooh, it's starting to sound like it's gonna be one of these.
I was gonna say the same about the lip bar. I stand the lip bar right now, but I just dropped like $75 on their stuff, but I am not mad about a single thing I've put on my face.
I know. Yeah. I feel the same way about Fenty. Like the powder alone is $45, and then the highlight, because I wear the trophy wipe highlight, that's like $35. Like it's ridiculous, but I mean, whatever. What you gonna do? Do you want it or not? Like that's what I look in the mirror every time I'm at the like makeup store, and I'm like, bitch, do you want to serve a look or not? Like, just get it. Like, you can't even think about it. You just gotta get it, or like that's it. Like,
that part.
Well, sister, we do have another guest to get to. Will you be hanging out with us after the break?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, we're gonna let you go for a minute, but we'll be bringing you back right around like 9:15. Sound good?
Cool. I'll be here.
Fantastic. See you soon, girl. Mwah.
Hi.
I adore her so much.
Yes.
Like every time we have a gig together, I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah, totally. I wish she were in the Harrisburg area. Harrisburg, like I know she like can drive it, she can get to Harrisburg if she needs to, but I'm like, bitch, I'd love to just have her in Harrisburg all day, every day.
Oh, completely. Completely. Because she is just a party and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So, girl, how you been?
Girl, busy, 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 busy. Um, yeah, we had our at work. We I recently did a campaign, which I shared in the chat, for you to share later tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
So
Where's it at?
this campaign is through Bradbury Sullivan Center, and I will speak more on it whenever we are able to put the graphic up.
Fantastic. I am downloading it right now. For whatever reason, my internet or my Google is just running so slowly tonight, and I don't know why.
Yeah, like you saw in the chat, we had some technical issues we had to get over real quick while you was introducing yourself, and I was like, bitch, restart.
Yeah. But it is uploading right now. Go ahead and tell the kids about this.
Oh, fabulous. So this is the Bradbury Sullivan 2022 Pennsylvania LGBTQ Health Needs Assessment. This health needs assessment is very important because it helps to dictate where funding goes, where what our like for hospitals across the nation, like what they need to be doing, or excuse me, not across the nation, across Pennsylvania, what they need to be doing in regards to being more inclusive to LGBTQ folks. It also is helping to be able to see like, are queer individuals going into care? Because if they're not going into care, why not? So it's a very important survey. If you have some time, please take it. Take the survey. It won't take you too long. But yes, they asked me to be a feature, and I was like, of course, I'd love to be a feature. It's not through the Bradbury Sullivan Center. Also, a huge shout out to Bradbury Sullivan Center because they're going to be losing their executive director here shortly. Adrian Shanker, he will be moving on, I believe, moving to, California somewhere. So he's making a huge move from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, all the way to California. He's been with them for some time now, so it's going to be a big change, a big, big change.
Awesome. That's wild. Change. I've of the opinion that change is usually a good thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's really done a great job where he is right now, and you know, it's always just looking up and up, seeing how we can best continue to progress and move forward.
Good. Speaking of moving forward, are you ready to meet our next guest?
Yes, I'm done bantering.
I'm glad you caught up on that. All right. Well, everybody, I am super excited for our next guest. We have had several of the gals from the Richmond, Virginia area. And when I reached out to this performer on TikTok, I did not realize they all worked together. And then I saw a poster. I was like, oh, wait a minute. They all know each other. This is amazing. So I am so excited. I'm so thrilled to have her here. I can't wait to pick her brain. Everybody, let's welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, Tiffany Hunter-Monique.
Hi, y'all. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing, girl?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. You ready to give us a little who, what, and where?
Oh, of course. I'm always ready to talk about myself. I mean, you know.
That's why this show is so easy.
I mean, because when you look like this,
Period.
You have to be ready to talk about yourself, all right?
Yes.
Go for it, girl. Give us a little who, what, where.
So who am I? So my name is Tiffany Hunter-Monique. I currently live in Richmond, Virginia, but I am originally from Shreveport, Louisiana. So I am the Bayou Beauty of Richmond, Virginia. What am I wearing? I am wearing a Jeff Bezos original. You know, a cute little Sandy from Greece. You know, a little.
Ooh.
Little
yes.
Little
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Full body on camera, Andy. And along with some nail gloves that I made myself. You know, I bought some opera length nail gloves, or opera length gloves, mesh gloves. Glued some cute nails onto it, so that way I don't have to put nails on if I don't want to.
Period.
Cute little afro that I got from a friend of mine. It wasn't like this when I got it. It kind of looked like, think Professor Trelawney from Harry Potter.
Oh
It was
no.
very that. And then I, as someone who makes and styles their own wigs, of course, you know, I had to turn her into a little soul sister moment. Head wrap and earrings by your local beauty supply store. Of course, Black Lives Matter earrings, praise God. We'll always do that.
Yes.
And even though we are on camera, I will always smell lovely. So you can always catch me in Paris Hilton's men's fragrance.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Let us know where we can find you, girl.
You can find me, honestly, you can find me everywhere at Tiffany Hunter-Monique. Tiffany with an I, Hunter-Monique. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Christian Mingle, all of the fun stuff. You hear me?
Yes.
Amazing.
But the question is, do you link all that in your Grindr profile?
I mean, no.
Best.
I said,
Tiffany.
the bottoms of Richmond don't need to know what I be doing outside of that, all right?
Girl, what is with all these bottoms coming out of nowhere?
I would love to know where they are, first of all.
Where are the tops?
Everywhere around me. I kid you not. Within 6 miles of my location, there's always at least 12 tops. I don't know how, but it happens.
Lucky. Here in Harrisburg, everyone's a bottom, or they got a 2-inch dick.
So what you're saying is I need to come visit. All right.
Come visit. Come on up.
Come on up, girl. We'll have a party.
I'm about to say, book me and I'll come. Praise God. So a lot of bottoms, word.
Buzz.
You are getting some love in the comment section. Our sister, Amethyst Diamond. Hey there, beautiful Ebony sister. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
A wonderful performer from our area, Jamie Angel. They want to know, gotta ask how long it takes to style that awesome wig.
Yeah.
This one, when I got it, it was already really, really old and matted. So, of course, like I had to get my old trusty dusty detangling brush, some oil sheen, and some wine. And sat down. 4 episodes of Charmed later, it was this. So roughly 4 hours. Usually, if I'm styling like a regular wig, like the ones I have literally within arm's reach over here, it usually takes about like 3 hours, depending on what work has already been done. Because like I buy my wigs bone straight, curl them, tease them, all of that. You know what I mean? It's honestly very therapeutic. So time really does fly when you're having fun.
Work. Oh. Also, I'm really grateful that you tagged Charmed here. That was one of my favorite shows growing up, along with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I feel so sorry for anyone who did not know that Charmed is an hour long and didn't get that it took 4 hours. I'm like,
right. Yeah, because it's an hour-long show, but it is worth every minute. You hear me?
That part. Also, fuck Prue.
And that's why she got fired. But she had, she had the power I wanted before Paige, you know, let's be clear, before Paige. But it was just like the attitude that I know that she had behind the scenes. Because like as someone who, like, as you know, a 90s connoisseur, I of course watched 90210. Shannon Doherty, the actress who played Prue, was also on 90210, and she is notoriously hard to work with. So that's why Prue died. Spoiler alert. Because she was hard to work with, and they're like, look, you gotta go, Miss Thing.
Truly. They said no more.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Dusty Ray Jackman would like to point out, yes, fuck Prue.
It's the Prue hate for me.
It's the Prue hate for me, not my friends in the chat.
Reed Fry says, hey, no spoilers.
The show came out before I graduated high school. Come on.
But
So Tiffany, you are a working gal. You literally just came from bingo to do this gig tonight.
Sure did. And before that, I was clocked into my day job.
Work. Oh my gosh.
Girl. But luckily, I work from home. So if there's a garment that needs to be sewn or rhinestone or a wig that needs to be styled, I am sitting, laptop for work on one side, sewing machine on the other, and I'm always ready to work and get this work in. You hear me?
Yes. That's so awesome.
I love that the last couple of years we've been told, no, you have to be standing and you have to be in a place of business in order to work. And COVID taught everyone, you can work from home.
You can work from home.
Yeah.
And honestly, every call center should be completely remote, in my opinion.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. It's really frustrating because like a lot of these call centers, they have like such toxic workplaces. Like the workplace itself is just so toxic. On top of the phone calls that you're getting from people like, why is my damn bill? Like, bitch, your bill is this high because you didn't pay your fucking bill. Like, what do you want me to say?
Right. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. We can't break a federal law because you don't want to do something. We can't do that. I'm sorry.
Nice. So I'm glad that you're working from home. That's really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
It makes drag a lot easier too.
Honestly, it does because like I have lost count at the amount of times I've had a gig right after work, and I'm literally in the last 2 hours of my shift gluing on a lash, doing my doing my eyeshadow, all of that.
Yeah.
And because like it doesn't affect the way, and this is for all the employers. Like us drag queens, it does not affect the way that we do our job when we need to, do something drag related. If anything, it makes us more productive because we're doing something that we like to do.
Exactly. Well, and the thing is, we'll get everything done a lot earlier so we can go ahead and jet out.
How about that? When I tell you, I have never completed something so quick as a day when I have the gig, like right after. You talking about being done an hour early.
Like, Tiffany, we need you to. No, I'm done.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I already clocked out. Sorry.
I'm doing online trainings for the next hour. Thank you.
Yes. Best. Oh my goodness. So you say that you are the Bayou Queen of Richmond. So how long were you in Shreveport?
So I grew up in Shreveport. So I spent the first 23 years of my life there. And I plan on retiring there. Yeah. Like born, raised, went to college, all of that in Louisiana. And then I was a theater major at Northwestern State University in Louisiana. So musical theater and dance. Love that.
Relatable.
I went to the Southeastern Theater Conference and I auditioned for Theater 4, which is a touring children's theater company. This will be the second year in a row that I auditioned for them, of course. And they called me back for the second year in a row. And they were like, well, normally we don't call people back 2 years in a row. And I'm like, well, it's a sign. Go ahead and get a contract. Yeah, and then on my birthday that next spring, that's when they mailed me my contract.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And here I am 8 years later.
That's so awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Do you miss Louisiana?
So much. Enough to visit. But not to live. At least not right now. At least not right now. Okay.
Is it because of the
tourism? We need to be around my family.
Is it because of the tourism that's down there?
Honestly, I love the tourism. You know what I mean? Like and low key, I have to travel to get to the tourism. If you're looking at the map, Shreveport is the northwest corner, and everything that people tour to, like New Orleans, Baton Rouge, all of that, is the southeast corner. So it's like a 3-4 hour drive for me to get to all of that. So every once in a while, like me and whoever I'm dating at the time, because I make them do whatever I tell them to, drive down, as one should, drive down, and then we do all of the fun, like tourist stuff. And then a couple of years ago, my best friend got married. So I flew back. Of course, I have to fly back. I'm in the wedding. So I flew back, and that's when I got to do a couple more touristy things with my then boyfriend, because they do what I tell them to. And, we get to experience like a whole new light, because like it was pre-COVID, but
Okay.
things were still a little slow. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was before everything was shut down.
Dang, okay. Well, that's nice too at the same time because you get to get around, do what you gotta do. But did you start doing drag while you were down in Louisiana, or you started that whenever you were in Richmond?
I did. So I actually started drag at a straight bar. Right.
You was giving the illusion.
I was. Like,
Yeah.
I look back at, because I actually keep all of my old drag pictures up. You know, so I'm like, I want you, I chrono, like, you know, like I do like a timeline of my growth, so that way people know that it does get better, you know. So like, yeah, the first time I did drag was at this straight bar, Ron's house. They started this, they called it alternative lifestyle night because they couldn't, you know, because like it was in a very small town, so people were already a little leery. It was in my college town of Natchitoches, Louisiana. Try to say that 5 times fast. And we started a drag show. I went, you know, just as an audience member for the first time, you know, just in drag. And then my friends were the ones that were performing and hosting. So they asked me to like start hosting with them the next time we did it. So of course I'm gonna say yes. I'm a theater kid. You have an opportunity for me to be in the spotlight. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do it. I'll be there. I'm gonna do it. And I did that. I may or may not have been the prettiest person in the bar. Well, I may or may not have been. Even now, I may or may not still be the prettiest. But it was it was honestly like such a fun experience. And then I had to take a small break when I moved up here because, of course, I uprooted my life. You know. Yeah. But here we are.
Wow. That's fabulous.
You have such a great story to tell. I'm literally here like just enjoying the journey.
Yeah. And you have such a beautiful smile as well. I don't know if you've been told this before. Your smile is gorgeous.
Thank you. My mom gave it to me on my birthday, 89. Stop.
How nice of her.
Right. And what's weird is she gave me my smile, well, my teeth, and then my dad gave me everything else. Like when out of drag, he and I are twins.
Whoa!
Just like 30-something years apart. We are I'll send it to our group chat. We are identical twins. Whoa. It's weird.
That's me and my mother. Like people were like when I was growing up, all of my friends were like, "Your sister's hot," and I'm like, "That's my mother." And like she always had this haircut, but in like dark brown. So I look like my mother, but I have my dad's sense of humor and my grandmother's sense of humor, which drive my mother crazy.
I'm about to say, we always take the best parts of our fathers.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. The best part about my father is I don't know him.
Girl, don't feel bad.
Every time I have something hitting my back, I think about the sperm donor that brought me here. I'm like, oh, guys, that's you? Oh no, just more semen, sperm donors.
We at Inside the Drag Closet do not encourage her. She does this on her own.
I said I was going to be good because it's Black History Month, but I lied.
And I bring out the worst in everybody, so just get ready, darling.
Party. I am so excited to have all 4 of us on at the same time. That's going to be chaos. Well, Tiffany, we do have a couple more segments to get to, but will you be hanging out with us to end out the show?
Of course I will.
Fantastic. We're going to have you back in just a couple minutes, hon.
All right.
Girl, I am having the best time.
Yes.
Now, everybody out there, there's a way to have an even better time with Inside the Drag Closet, and that is through our Patreon. That's right. We've got a Patreon. We already have several Patreon subscribers: Vicky, Robin, Daniel, Chanel, Nicholas, Jeremy, Brian, and Josh. So for as low as $5 a month, you can help feed starving drag artists. And we feed on attention. So it's so true. On our Patreon, we've got exclusive content. I have put up several videos already. Most recently, I did a tour of my drag room. And during that tour, I did address a little bit of a thing that happened with our merch. Did you want to talk about this a little bit? Because you were kind of, you were crucial to the positive change we made.
I was?
Yes. So,
all right. Okay. Yeah, of course. No, you know, I would say that it wasn't me. It was a lot of concerned citizens, a lot of concerned listeners, as well as close friends, and like just people who are, you know, surround, you know, me and us and Inside the Drag Closet. The original piece of art, the original piece of art that was created, had a few drafts to begin with. One of the pieces was that Jade, you were going to be featured with some white gloves that were a bit similar to that of Mickey Mouse and of, you know, minstrel shows. So minstrel shows are things that occurred back in the day where individuals wore big white gloves and they painted their faces very, very dark. They were doing blackface, and it was entertainment. You know, thankfully, Derek was able to catch that ahead of time before we shipped that, before the artist shipped that out. And the artist was A-okay with doing it. The artist didn't protest. He didn't say, how dare you, you know, say something negative about my art, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Which is a really great response to have when anyone is giving you criticism, which I'm going to get into a little bit later as well. But with the original piece of artwork that we put out from the artist, it was a little bit whitewashed. We had a lot of folks saying that it looked whitewashed. They were asking, you know, why is Anastasia a Latina woman? Why is Amy a tanned white woman with red hair? And so there was a lot of questions. After further, you know, evaluation internally, as well as with taking everything and all of the criticism from everyone, you know, all of our listeners and all of our supporters, we definitely felt the need to make a change, and Derek was able to do that. So now we have this new piece here. So we now have proper skin tones, and we are doing our thing. So please, if you'd like, or if you're able to, check out our merch online. We've got mugs, we've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got masks. We've got a whole array of different merchandise online. You can also still get our old merchandise as well, which features our good old Judy, Miss Scarlet Overkill. So that is still in production as well. So please check out our merch. Please check out our, you know, especially because we put so much work into this new piece of illustration, this new piece of artwork from a fabulous artist on Fiverr. Please, and thank you. Anna.
Perfectly said. You know, we didn't catch it right away, but our fans definitely did, and it was our obligation to say, you know what, you are absolutely correct. We're going to fix that, and Derek did a great job with it. I'm very glad he did. Yeah, simple as that. You know. Yeah.
Well, and really the biggest thing was we did not take the time to post on Facebook an anonymous post without tagging someone or without calling anyone out directly. We didn't argue amongst one another in the group. We heard one another. We decided together as a group, yes, this is a bit off tone, and this is an easy way for us to fix this. Which gets into a conversation that I'd like to have. And because of the platform that we have, I don't feel comfortable naming this person, because I don't want anyone to send out any kind of hate. I don't want anyone to, you know, try and go and attack or anything like that. But one of our previous guests, Belladonna, had reached out to a local performer to let them know that something that they had done was a bit offensive because it was very similar to her indigenous culture. So this individual decided to initially try and claim that, well, it wasn't these colors, it was this color. So because it wasn't this color and this color, and not the color that you're talking about, then it's automatically fine. This individual then went on to say, post on their Facebook page to sneak attack, I guess, without even posting any kind of clarification, without posting any kind of context, without even tagging Belladonna, to be able to say, hey, this is what the actual image was, and this is how it compares to the Suquamish. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. The Suquamish, Suqumash, I believe, or something similar. She said it was similar to this specific tribe. She was able to bring the tribe up. She was able to show photos of the tribe, show images of the similar tribal, the similar ritualistic makeup that was used in that tribe. And so the problem here is not that this individual made the mistake of doing something that was a bit similar to cultural appropriation, because they brought up, this is similar to David Bowie, and this is similar to this is similar to Grace Jones, and it's like, okay, but where did those artists get their inspiration from? And when we look at photos of indigenous tribes versus your photo, it looks pretty fucking similar. So maybe instead of arguing initially, or then after arguing and completely invalidating someone, a queer person of color's experiences and feelings, and then posting them on Facebook, then to be read for filth, and then also to be threatened, and not asking for those individuals in your comment section to stop threatening a queer person of color, is completely despicable. The problem was not the accidental cultural appropriation or the similar painting of an indigenous tribe's ritualistic makeup, but the problem was the response. Because you did not take a pause to say, I am very sorry that this has offended you. That was not my intention whatsoever. And this is where I was coming from, but I also am able to see it your way. That is the proper way to handle that situation. But instead of doing that, you want to go and post about it on Facebook. You want to try and drag, you want to try and read. And then you don't defend this person's their life as people are threatening them over a fucking makeup look. That they reached out to you out of concern, out of love, to say, hey girl, I don't want you to get canceled for this, and I don't want you to get read for this, and I love you. When we are taking criticism from individuals, always lead with cultural humility in your heart. Cultural humility is not cultural competence. Everyone's talking about cultural competence. Be culturally competent. No, you cannot be competent. You can't be competent because every single person is unique and individual, and not all Black folks have a monolithic experience. Not all queer folks have a monolithic experience. But to lead your life with cultural humility, you will never know what anyone's going to come up to you and be like, in my life and in my family, our culture was this. Instead of initially wanting to jump up and argue and fight and combat with that individual, take a pause, breathe, be like, that's not what my family did. But obviously this individual is coming up to me with their experience and with their rituals that they did in their home and in their family. So let me maybe take a pause and maybe ask them more about that. or apologize for assuming things, because that's really where we all get into trouble, when we begin to assume. Please take time to add cultural humility into your interactions from day to day to day, especially when you are not knowledgeable about that individual's experience, or that culture, that race, that X, Y, or Z. Lead your life with cultural humility, and you won't embarrass yourself on top of the other things that you've done poorly in your life.
Can I add something onto that?
Yes.
The entire situation that happened, I posted my own helpful drag tip of the week. And that drag tip was, if someone disagrees with your favorite performer, don't threaten them. Don't come at them. We have different experiences. The fact that poor Bella and I were texting back and forth and she was getting death threats,
yeah,
is so despicable. And I've reached out to a couple people who, if you see something negative happen on Facebook and your instant response is, who do we have to beat up? You're a bully.
Yes.
You're not helping.
No.
Even Ephraim just said in the comments, threatening is wrong. Threatening is never the answer. We all have different experiences. We've disagreed on things. I don't think we actually have disagreed on things.
No.
We get along really well. But I've disagreed with my husband on plenty of things. Mm-hmm. I still love him. We have different opinions on things. One of my, I will be very blunt. I count several Republicans as some of my best friends, some of my closest friends, and we disagree and we fight and we argue. But at the end of the day, I know where they're coming from and what parts of the Republican Party they stand by and what parts of the GOP they hate. Oh, look, I didn't mean to word it that way. Yes, I did. But if you're instant take a step back. I will be completely upfront about the fact that I have been problematic. When I became Miss Central Pennsylvania Pride, my evening gown was a Shangsam, a beautiful Chinese gown. And since wearing that gown, a lot of people love it. A lot of people think it's beautiful. It is beautiful, but a lot of people have pointed out that it's not my culture. So she sits in the closet and I will never put her on again.
Oh, wow.
And
but
that's
it's that simple.
Exactly.
I'm thinking about, I've been doing a lot of thinking as well with regards to, I had previously done a number that it went from Reflections by Mulan into Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. And I have had a lot of thoughts and I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I was like, why am I doing that number? I love Mulan. I love the song, but why do I need to do that number? I don't.
Yeah.
Do I need to wait? Do I need to keep doing the number until someone calls me out and says, why the fuck are you're black? Why are you doing Chun-Li mixed with an Asian American film? Like what? What are you? Excuse me, an Asian film. What are you doing? Why would you put those together? So no, I don't need to wait to be called out. I've done the introspection that I need to do. I've done the self-reflection that everyone should be doing, and every day. See, and this is the thing. This is how there is a difference between being pro-equality and being anti-racist or anti-hate. Actively participating in internal dialogue as well as external advocacy is the work that you need to be doing. It's not just all the external, not just jumping on people. Who the fuck do we need to fight? Who are we gonna kill?
No, not right.
Where is your inner peace?
Well, and haven't we as queer people been beaten up all through history?
Hello?
You are furthering that horrible negative that we strive so hard to get past.
True. You know what? One more thing on this, because I know we have to get back with our guests. I was recently listening to the radio on my way home today because my phone died while I was at work, and I left my charger at my other site that I work at in Harrisburg. So I was like, I guess I'll just be listening to the fucking radio. So I listened to the radio, and I completely forgot, because I've had Spotify Premium since I could get it as a student for like $3, $5, whatever it was. So I did not realize how white the radio is. I didn't hear on my ride home not one Cardi B song, not one Nicki Minaj song. I didn't even hear Beyonce, and Beyonce is the black white woman of the way. Like, until she made Lemonade and a few of those other songs, the folks love Beyonce. So what? Even that one song that came on by what's that one song? Girls Like You. Is it Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B or someone like that?
Oh yeah.
Girls Like You. Da 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 da. I was so excited. I was like, not so long ago, I was dancing for dollars. And I was like, I'm so excited for Cardi's B part. It never came on. They skipped it. They cut it. And I'm like, how can we expect individuals who are not exposed to a different type of culture or a different type of even music, media, a different type of media, I'll say, how do we expect these individuals to ever understand where people are coming from if we don't even expose them?
I could go on and on about this for hours. And we will. The last episode of this month, this is something that's why we're going to have James on. James is a Black actor. He actually started his own production company recently, and I really want to get his insight.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, girl, he wants to work with all of us, by the way. Like,
I love to work with him too, privately.
But girl, we can go on about this for hours, and I promise we will. But our poor guests are sitting backstage and waiting the chance to come back.
Please, let's bring them back on.
Alrighty. All right, kids, let's welcome back. There's been a bit of a change backstage, and I love everything about it. Let's welcome back NEVAEHA LE'VIXENN and Tiffany Hunter-MONIQUE.
Oh! Lovely.
Okay. See, I did not do a change. I just smoked more. That was it.
I just braided my hair out,
I know that's
Yeah, how
How long did that take you? Like 10 minutes.
Oh my god, it was like that.
Girl, I'm about to come see you. I want to get micro braids.
Listen. 30 minutes or less, I'm better than a pizza. You hear me?
Yes.
Well, kids, if you have any questions for anybody here, make sure you send them over in the chat, and we will be answering all of your questions. I did want to point out that the lovely Avalanche Brentwood is watching this evening.
Hey, sis!
Now, one thing we like to do on Inside the Drag Closet, my husband comes up with very insightful drag tips every week. He is a show promoter for one of the biggest shows in central Pennsylvania, and he has a drag tip for everyone. Usually it's a drag tip for performers. This one is another one. And this is a very, very important thing that I think every drag performer can learn. Derek's helpful drag tip of the week is stretch.
Woo!
Yes. Oh my god.
Anybody have any feedback on that?
Just yes. That's it.
Feedback.
Just yes.
Girl. Yeah, that's all. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I want to
I had
disagree.
a show. You're disagreeing. Girls, we're straight. I had a show this past Saturday for because normally every year I take off the month of January, and this past Saturday I had a show, and I was like, all right, I think I'm good. So I was backstage and I stretched for maybe like 2 minutes, which was not even close to enough. And I went out there, I did my thing, both numbers. The next day,
Broken.
I couldn't even get up off the couch. Like,
I was like, how much icy hot did you need?
Oh my God. I was just laying here and everyone was like, let's go do this. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to. I was like, I can't even move. Like, I don't. There's just no way.
Bring me a vodka soda, please.
Yes.
Right. So we did get a question here from Ephraim. Do you accept donations to support the show? Yep, head right on over to our Patreon.
I also accept donations directly.
In the butt.
Not is there an anal option?
It's the way that Jesus loves the best.
Yeah.
A loophole, if you will.
The audacity. Jamie Angel wanted to know, and I believe this is for Tiffany. I love what you did with your nails. How difficult is it to keep them on the gloves?
Honestly, it's not super hard. You just need to be ready to essentially glue the gloves and the nail to your hands. The way that I did it was, of course, I put the gloves on, and I figured, like, I painted the nails. I'm like, figure out what color you want. And I do 2 layers of glue. Like, the first layer is just like to get like a base layer down, and then the second layer of glue is what the nail actually sticks to. Because of course, mesh is very porous, so you need to get like a base layer down and flat, so it'll have something to stick to. So I just did that, and I gently I pull the glove off, and like as I pull the glove off, like the nail is still stuck to me, so I'm just like gently popping it off, because we know you can pop a nail off too quick.
Yep.
And then take some skin with it. So you just have to be very, very mindful of what you're doing. And then it honestly, I think I made these a year ago, and I think I've glued 1 nail back on.
Whoa.
Since. Yeah, I made this for Halloween 2020.
When are you going to start your nail club business?
I mean, if there's a demand.
There is, girl. I got mine. Where's my nail glove? Girl, I got mine.
I'll do it.
Girl.
And I'll even stone it if we need to. I'll stone it too.
Yes, girl. There's a business. You better go get yours.
Yes, it is. Because these are honestly like so convenient. I have like a very, very. If you go on my drag Facebook, you'll see me in a very like beautiful royal blue. It might look purple on camera. Like royal blue gown with my crown on, because I was just Crown Miss Impulse Get Social Club a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I was wearing these gloves, and they're opera length. So you can just, and then they'll just, they'll stay as long as it's still fabric, so it'll stretch, but just be very mindful, take care of your stuff, try not to get makeup on it if you can help it. And, have that nail glue handy.
Now, the one thing that I will warn about nail gloves is that whenever you're trying to transfer money from one hand to the other, you might get caught up.
Yep. Oh, yes.
I wore nail gloves for the first time, and I was at a huge venue, and I was just trying to run around. Hey, girl! And I was getting stuck. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Not trying to drop a dollar. I said,
whenever I'm picking the cabbage, if I ever have to pick the cabbage and I'm wearing these, that's what I call it. Like whenever there's like an instrumental, you just collecting money, I call it picking the cabbage. Whenever you're picking the cabbage and you're wearing nail gloves, like I have money right here. Let me just use an example. So I'll have it like in my hand, have it in my hand, I got caught on that. Look at that. Have it in my hand. And there are just sometimes when it's just acceptable to
keep it close to your heart.
Nice.
And upgrade your cup size. There's nothing wrong with that.
True.
She went from a C to a D.
How about that?
Real quick.
I always end up with uniboob. Just one boob in the middle.
Look, if you're wearing like a costume that's like up here and you're just like stuffing. I feel like oh my god, Angela Bassett's character from American Horror Story Freak Show.
Yep.
With that, just like that third boob right there.
Yes.
Middle titty.
You have half mine whenever I have things up like this and it's like a leotard, I have half mine to start putting in my panties. I'm like, bitch, fuck this. Let me look at my legs.
Like I made an elastic like garter moment. And if it gets too much,
girl,
shove it in the elastic, girl. Right on that thigh.
That is a very popular thing with our Latinx performers up here. I've noticed a lot of garters. And I'm like, interesting. I'd never thought of that. One thing, a lot of gigs we've been doing tip buckets and stage kittens.
So good.
I did a show at the Crimson Moon, and literally 4 performers. We each had a bucket on stage. When we're done, we just put our tips in our bucket, walk away, and the show host, which we trusted, would swap it out for bigger bills. I'm like, oh, I'm leaving with only pennies? Oh, no.
We do that at Godfrey's as well. Like Godfrey's in Richmond. We while we're performing, like for brunches, we'll just like have our money and we'll have like a basket like on the bar. We'll just drop it off at the bar and just keep it pushing. And then one of the bar managers, they will, while we're on stage, smooth everything out, get it in an even stack, and exchange everything for bigger bills. And whatever can't be exchanged, it's in an even stack along with everything. He hands it directly to us. During the show, he's handing it directly to us. Because like at Godfrey's, like, you know, money is king, okay? Like cash is king. So we make sure that everybody knows where their coins are at all times. There's not one number that goes by that he's not back there handing somebody their money to make sure that it's not just sitting out there.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
See, I have like the opposite thing. I'm more of like, I think it's aesthetically pleasing to me to see money on the floor as I'm performing. Because I'm a stripper. I mean, hello. So like when it's on the floor and like, you know, I watch like my videos back and stuff, I'm like, yeah, bitch, you gonna pick that money up when you're done. Like, the one thing I do hate though is when I don't have like help at the end when I'm like trying to get all my money up off the floor after I'm already dying. And then I'm like looking, I'm trying to find someone that I know, and I'm like, please come and help me. Like, my God. I know it's my fault. I keep throwing my money in the air. Like, I keep throwing my money in the air. It's completely my fault. But, like, you know, just help me. Help a bitch out.
And that's why I always look for, like, an off-duty drag queen. I'm like, you. And a lot of the time, and that's why I love to go to drag shows out of drag. Because, like, ask anyone that I perform with. Like, I love coming to the venue when they're performing and I'm just watching. Because I'll be that bitch that goes backstage, make sure you have a cocktail if you need it. If you need somebody to, like, hold your coat, just put it at my table, baby. I got it. It's going to be at your station by the time you get off stage. Oh, you need somebody to pick up your stuff? Go ahead and just drop it on my table. Just It's very, ask Avalanche. It's very mom energy. You know what I mean? Because like I know what it's like to not have somebody to look out for you. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that you're good, even when I'm not getting paid.
Wow.
We got a couple questions in the chat. The first one is from Emma Work. Do you have any recommendations for long-lasting lipstick? We'll start with Nevaeh because she was already talking about her lipstick earlier.
One thing that I do, well, first of all, I hate matte lipstick. I know that's the one that like lasts, you know, all day. I hate matte lipstick. Like, oh my God, if I could ban it from like the universe, I would. But what I would say is definitely set it with something. Like if you're wearing red, you know, set it with like a red eyeshadow or black, vice versa, stuff like that. And keep it on you, to be honest. Like, put that damn lipstick right in your purse. Like, because honestly, even with matte lipstick, there's no lipstick that really like lasts like all day. Like, there's just not. Like, it's. I mean, especially if you're doing a little creaky deaky on the low. But okay. But
you're gonna be walking back in the club from the alleyway. All this is gone.
Right. It's giving.
Your friends are like, hey, girl, where you been?
You know, here, there, everywhere, girl. So yeah, set that shit. Keep it on you. Put it in your purse. Call it that.
Girl, ain't that the truth?
Yeah. I have to agree with Nevaeh. Personally, I love matte lipstick, but I love it as a base for your lip. You know what I mean? Like for me, I love burgundy lipstick so like burgundy liquid lips so much. It's dark enough to use as a liquid like a lip liner, so I'll use that as a lip liner. And then I keep just like a clear gloss with me. You know what I mean? A clear or like a rose gold gloss, so that way it kind of like amps it up a little bit. And I keep that like she said, keep that lipstick on you because you never know when you'll need to really touch up. Because like if you don't either line your lips or like hydrate your lips properly before you put it on, it is just a matter of time before it starts to crumble and fall off of your face. You know, so preparation is key. Keeps me some Burt Bees in this kit. You hear me? But yeah, just like make sure, you know, like even right now, I have my Trixie Cosmetic lip gloss sitting on standby just in case, because you never know. You never know. You might have a gentleman caller walking your right and you're like, and you'll have to just hold on. Oh, hello. Now I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Hey, how about you, Anastasia?
Girl, Juvia's Place lipstick all the way. I love it. Yeah. I love a matte. I love a matte. I'll go Juvia's Place. I've only recently started getting into like Anastasia Beverly Hills, like the lipstick, lip glosses. I don't know. This is like, I guess this is a lipstick, but it was a little bit glossy. I just hate whenever, if my wig is not properly like styled, and then it gets on my lip, and I'm like, like I try to freak out, and just sitting there, and I'm like, please, please, please. I can't stand it.
I'm an artist.
Yeah. Literally, right. It gets to me.
And speaking of Juvia's Place, I remember y'all talking about black lipstick earlier. I have the Juvia's Place black liquid lip in shade Doo-Doo, and expose my nailless hand on camera to swatch the things I do for the art. And like it's a very, very beautiful black.
Ooh. It's so good. It's so good.
And when I tell you she lasts, you like low key, this is one of those liquid lips where it's like it won't leave until you take it off.
I use the red that they had back in the day. Now they don't sell it anymore. But I use the red still to this day, and it never moves. I always
does not move.
No. Yeah, they stopped selling it though, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fuck off, I guess.
And my go-to red now is the Fenty Beauty Uncensored liquid lip, the Stunner lip paint.
You know what y'all were talking about?
It's right here.
Y'all were talking about okay. Y'all were talking about Fenty a little bit earlier, and the last thing I picked up, I didn't pay for it. The last thing I picked up from the store a few years ago. Look at that! Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
yeah. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some Fenty then. I didn't like their blue lipstick, Fenty.
Yeah, I
didn't like that either.
I was so disappointed. It was like barely even blue. Yeah,
no,
it was kind of like they were trying too hard.
I was so angry. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "I have to go buy some white man's shit. I gotta go buy some Jeffree Star to go get this."
Not the Jeffree Star.
Not that. Not
anything but that.
For real though.
I'm not saying my eyebrow color is Jeffree Star, but
best. I love Black History Month.
Like I am. Well, speaking of Black History Month, that's why I'm always all about the lip bar. Like apparently this is Michelle Obama's go-to. I just found that out this week, and I've been ordering it for months. I have a problem. I love the lip bar so much.
I'm gonna say, damn girl.
Yeah, liners. They have glosses. This was supposed to be clear, but I'm the dumbass who put my lipstick on and then used it.
No. See, that's the other thing. That's the other reason why I don't like using glosses, because you get just a mix of all the colors. I'm like, what? How does this work? I'm so angry.
That's why I only use the tube ones, the tube glosses. Then you can just
Oh.
kind of dab them on your lip and then just one
Yep.
of those.
Like
And then you
like the
good.
beauty supply store ones, like the ones you get for $1.25.
$1.25, girl. Yeah.
Because like a really good and long-lasting go-to lip, if you don't want to like buy like a bunch of colors, if you get just like a really good lip liner, like I use Black Opal's lip liner in Woodlawn. It's a burgundy lip liner. Shocking that I love burgundy. Get your highlight foundation or your concealer, dab it on the center of your lip, blend it out, and then like it will dry down. So it'll already be a lip that's gonna last anyway. And then you get like, you know, like a clear or like a rose gold color gloss, and then just a gentle dab on it. And it's not going to be like super, super sticky. Because like you were talking about that stuff, you know, if you wear long hair like I do, you know, one wrong and you eating your hair and wigs are too expensive to be eaten like that. So it won't really stick like that. And you'll have like a lip that may look nude from a distance. And then when you get up close, you really see the dimension that you put into it.
Yes. I love it. Innovative. Always.
So our next question here is from my husband. Like I said, he is a show director, and this is an important question for all show directors. There's a meme that's been going around about all white casts, and that's something that needs to stop. So my husband wants to know, for the POC performers on the panel tonight, what advice do you have for promoters and show directors who are trying to make shows more inclusive and welcoming? Who wants it?
I got it. Because this is a very, like, I don't care if people in Richmond get mad. This is a very big problem that we even have. We need to recognize that there are plenty of POC performers that are just as capable, if not more so on occasions, than our white counterparts. And this is no shade to any, you know, any white performer or any white passing performer that we have. We need to remember that without us, meaning POC, like queer POC people, we wouldn't be able to even do any of this.
That part.
You know what I mean? So we have to remember, it's like, if you see, and like, look at the show posters across town. If you're seeing the same 7 or 8 people being booked all over the city, that should already be a dead giveaway that you need to up your ante and you need to start changing your showcast.
That part.
You need to start doing your research.
And there's and I will say this to the cows come home, and this is for any show in any sort of aspect. There is enough for all of us to eat. You know what I mean? So you need to learn how to diversify. You don't know, like you have if you don't look, you will never see the beauty that we bring to this community that we help build.
Well, and you know what, that once again comes back to the conversation that we were having a little bit earlier today with regards to like accessibility to more diverse culture. If we are not having the opportunity to see POC queens, how are we ever going, you know, like we're always gonna say, oh well, you know, Richmond just doesn't have a lot of POC performers. Richmond just doesn't have a lot of black girls here. No, Richmond has a lot of black girls, y'all just aren't putting them in the show. Harrisburg has a lot of black girls, y'all just not booking them. So if y'all are not bringing the girls to the, and the other thing is like, as well as that, when you do start to bring girls onto the show, understand that these girls are not going to be doing oftentimes top 40 hits.
Yeah.
So if you are bringing a black girl onto your show, understand her song might have the N-word in it. And I'm saying the N-word right now because we're on Facebook and I don't want us to get shut down. But it might have the N-word in it. The audience needs to accept that. That is the girl. She is bringing her talent to the stage.
Yes.
This is not a family-friendly event. If you are okay with the B word and the F word, I'm trying to be real good. But if you're okay with that, so.
I get it. I would say the same thing. I would say, honestly, the biggest thing, too, is, like, a lot of promoters don't do, like, their research. Like, especially, like, if you live in a place, like, Harrisburg or Philly or this or that, or, you know, whatever the case may be, like 9 times out of 10, there's going to be at least one entertainer of color. Like, there's got to be. You just got to like figure it out. You got to find it out. Like, and another thing too that I kind of wanted to touch on is that a lot of promoters have allowed for this type of thing to happen because of who they put in charge of their shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, meaning, like, you know, if someone were to pass down, like, to, or I'm going to use you, Jade, as an example, but if someone were to be like, Jade, here's this show, use our venue, book the queens.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, you're a very diverse queen, and like, you know, I would never say that about you, but I'm saying, like, just imagine then if you then took it upon yourself to just book only
white girls.
I mean, yeah. So I think a lot of promoters should be looking at that, and they should be like looking at themselves, and that goes back to what Anastasia said. You got to kind of like reflect. It's like, I mean, if it were me, like, I would look back and be like, oh my God, my show is filled with a bunch of white girls every single month. Like, we have a Black crowd that comes in here. Like, how is that fair to them? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, so like, that's really like the main thing about it too. It's like, it's not only the promoter, it's the person you put in charge of the show as well. So,
ultimately, and you know what? I'm down to 1% on my phone right now, so I might cut out. Like I said, I got home late today, and my phone was dead. But
we'll make this work, girl. She's fighting with it. She's going for it. So while she's figuring that out, I'm gonna move her off for just a moment. But I wanted to quote my good friend James. I've mentioned him several times. I'm very excited to have him on the show. James and I met doing a Renaissance fair, and he was one of 3 Black actors in our 60+ person cast. And him and I had a very good conversation about it. And he was like, Black people don't go to Ren fairs because Black people don't see people at Ren fairs, because Black people don't audition for Ren fairs because you don't see Black people at Ren fairs. And I'm like, if that diversity is not sought and, you know, encouraged, then it's not going to happen. Like, we all need to be thinking, we're all here. I was just about to add Anastasia and she blinked off the screen again. But we all have to, you know, welcome those differences in each other. Like, we're stronger because we are different.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting seasick.
Girl, we gonna do like this for the rest of the show.
That's fine.
That works.
That's fine.
Alrighty, let me see if we have any more questions. I think we do. Our one of our Patreons, Vicky, has a very good question here. So now that you've been doing drag for let me start over because this whole motion going on. Now that I've been to a few drag shows, I was wondering, how many pairs of tights do you all go through during the year? I just decimated 3 pairs of my tights because I washed them and they ripped before the show.
No.
So I literally was like, well, this bodysuit makes it look like I have a very meaty thigh. It was weird. I had bulges in places I had never had bulges before. I usually go through, I wear 3 pairs of tights per show. And I usually, I just tried to order more on Amazon and they're going to take a month to get here.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
And supply chain aren't a problem.
I just ordered from Discount Dance Supply not even a week and a half ago. And it didn't even take a week to arrive. So I would go to Discount Dance Supply. And they're usually pretty affordable. Yeah. I just ordered 2 more pairs of tights because I cycle through mine very often. I would say I spend about $150 on tights
a year,
like just on tights a year. Yeah, and that's what I get because like I dance sometimes. All right. If the money's in the audience, I dance. And there are some venues, the floor is not as forgiving. So sometimes you'll get a run because you catch yourself on some tile or some concrete or some asphalt, and you have to replace them because like that's a part of the illusion. You know what I mean? Like a smooth leg is part of the illusion. So I have to cycle through. And if like my local dance supply store does not have them, because they don't have the color that I need, they have the size I need, just not the color. I have to like order online, pay shipping, all of that. So especially for us brown girls,
into having to
It's
buy
hard.
plus size girl. And as
girl,
a girl.
yeah. And I'm not even plus. I wear a double XL, and that's hard to find locally.
I gotta find. I found these one pair of tights. They are dark as coal. I tell you what, but they are a size 6XL. So
Wow.
and they got 2 more sizes up. So, girl, if you want some panties, you're
What?
gonna pay $30 for them. You're gonna pay $30.
Oh well, yeah.
If you ever want to do a fat suit, girl, I got you.
Girl, because it's wild how careful we have to be sometimes with our tights because of this. You know what I mean? So it's like I am able to go through, I would say, 3 shows before I have to like start looking to replace a pair of tights or like rotate them out. You know what I mean? Because like I'll have like my most rotted pair underneath holding my pads up, and then I'll just layer better and better and better on top of it to smooth it out. And as the runs come, you just start to rotate it, and when that rotted pair, you throw it out or turn it into a wig cap, but or boobs.
Or new boobs.
Yeah, because I turn mine into boobs. But it's expensive and time consuming. Yeah,
Drag is expensive and time consuming, but we
that
do
part
it because we love it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, there's that. How about you, Nevaeh?
I don't really go through tights a lot just because I don't really I don't pad at all. And I only wear like 2 pair. So, I mean, I can get a good 6 months before I right now I've been kind of riding these 2 pair that I have for the past 4 months. And they are awful. But I can't find my color anywhere.
That part.
So that's
It's
the part that kind of
dance.
sucks. So I just been covering them up with fishnet stockings.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
I mean,
I watch Drag Race, but the girls on Drag Race always get red. Like all the queens of color always get red. Girl, she doesn't know how to match her skin tone.
Right.
We don't do you know how many colors are available for us?
I couldn't find
3
them.
colors.
Right? There's suntan, nude, which is pasty like me, and then black.
Negro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Caramel.
And I'm not saying I know that just because I
Cocoa.
ordered 3 pairs just now.
I had a perfect color before from this dance store in York, but they closed down. So I was like, damn it. Yeah. So oh well. And I've been looking online. Amazon, forget it. They are not on there at all.
Very expensive. They're very expensive.
But there's there's
expensive.
nothing else that I could do. I'm just whatever. So I've been riding my 2 pair, literally riding them for the past 4 months.
So hard. Oh.
Yeah.
Because it also depends on low key, the brand matters too.
That part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I live and die by Capezio because in undergrad, that's
Capezio.
all we use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was Capezio brand tights, shoes, all of that. You know what I mean? So I know that it's durable. I still have a pair of tights from college in my bedroom right now that still could work because of how durable Capezio can be. So,
Right.
but be mindful. You gonna pay.
They don't carry big girl size. You know what? I wear one pair of tights. One. Because this motherfucker, I don't be wearing no pads. I got a big enough booty. And
You gotta say that.
I like it. I like to shake it. So I can't be constraining all this ass.
You gotta let it loose on the people. Let it loose on the people.
But you know what? The problem with that is when you wear one pair of tights, if you're wearing a leotard that's a little bit tight,
yeah,
you gonna get your whole ass gonna be out.
Out.
But ain't no problem. They just throw more dollars. Period.
Right.
That's how you
Out of curiosity, I just looked up tights for diverse skin tones, and there's a company in Germany called Falk that does a wide array of skin tones and body sizes. But they look pricey.
Oh. Well, how much pricey? Like $70 a pair?
It's in European. It's German. So
you know what? I really enjoy snag tights.
I haven't wanted to look into them.
They're cute. They're real cute. I got some fishnets from them, and I was like feeling my oats. I was like, oh, fishnets for a big girl. We said we caught the whole whale this time.
So obviously we have gone over our time. Are you girls fine continuing on for a little bit?
Are y'all okay with this?
I'm cool with it.
Sweet. We got a couple more questions. We'll get to these pretty quickly. From Avalanche Brentwood, favorite eyeshadow palettes at the moment?
Anything from
Where
Juvia's.
is it?
Yep, anything from Juvia's place.
Their colors are so bold and bright. I love them so much. And they're not expensive.
No. $10 for a whole palette? The fuck?
Yep. I love it.
Okay. So this one is rotted, right? Because I have been using her down. This is the Chakra Sensations palette from Rich Coolmore Cosmetics. Black-owned brand. Found her, like she found me on TikTok. Like was in my lives one day, offered to send me this palette, and I'm like, yes, I will take free makeup. So we're gonna get into her. I hope y'all are prepared.
Yeah.
Get into her.
Whoa. You like green?
Get into her.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan of, if you can't tell, I am a very big fan of green.
Where the money resides,
but like,
money reside.
She's
Girl,
only,
that green is hurting.
She's only 60. And I've had this for like 5-6 months. Just about. And you know, like that was the color I would of course gravitate to whenever I would get in drag. So I've done tons and tons and tons and tons of faces in her. It's ridiculously pigmented with or without a primer. Really affordable. The palette is only like $60. If that, if we're being honest, because like sometimes she'll do like a sale. A lot of times she'll do a sale. And she's supporting a small black-owned business on top of that.
She gonna have to send me a free sample because I get mine from her.
And I'm also a very big fan of Juvia's Place as well.
Not as all using Juvia's Place.
I may or may not have a small problem.
I have every single palette.
They're so good.
I'm missing like one, but I have all the other ones.
I think I missed the one like limited edition one that was out for like a month. And I was like, did you refill it? Or they're like, no. Thanks for offering now. Like,
right. Because Juvia's Place just texted me this morning about some Valentine's Day stuff, and I'm like, look here. I just bought stuff from you. Can I breathe?
That part.
Please.
They're like, no.
Let my purse breathe.
No. Well, I checked all the questions. There's one thing I wanted to ask our guests, starting with Tiffany. This is something I started doing a couple weeks ago, and I've really enjoyed it. What's one question you have for Nevaeh?
Ooh. Oh.
I love doing it.
Huh.
What inspires your drag?
There is a lot of things that inspire my drag, but one of the main things that inspires my drag is just Black excellence is what inspires my drag. And I say that very generally, but also not. And the reason for that is because to me, Black excellence is you thriving in your craft or just life in general, and you do what the fuck you want to do. You know, you don't care what people think of you. You're just because I'm a big person of like if you believe in yourself and you put out good energy and you live your life with no hate in your heart, honey, then people are just gonna flock to you, you know. So my drag is just very like inspired by just being the best person that I can be and like not putting any which kind of brings us kind of back to the conversation we had about when Anastasia said about like the top 40. You know, just going into, I mean, Jade, and you've seen me perform, you know, I'm not performing anything from the top 40. Well, it's probably on the top 40, but like most people don't know it because it's,
but girl,
you know,
you were one of the
ghetto.
first ones to be doing Tia Tamara.
That's my song.
Listen, you was one of the first ones on the scene doing that song.
Yes, that is my song. I love that song. Yes, but like, you know, basically that, just living my truth in drag and just, you know, doing what I want to do, just to do what makes me feel good in drag. So, yeah.
I feel that.
How about you, Tim?
Conversely, Nevaeh, what's one question you have for Tiffany?
What is your main goal like for drag? Like, is there something that you would aspire to do with your drag, or you just like, you know, doing whatever?
Well, it started as me just using this as an outlet since I couldn't do musical theater when I moved here. But now that I've become more versed in drag and what drag can do and what drag can do for you, I want to get it to a point where I can travel anywhere in the world with or without the backing of Drag Race and provide a life for myself and my family and my children. Should I decide to have some, I'm probably going to have 2 of them. And, you know, and just like build a legacy for Black queer kids from the South that, you know, don't really get to see themselves succeed. You know what I mean? Like see themselves in successful people, you know? So I really want to build a platform where I can succeed and where I can show others that they can as well. That's the goal, you know?
Love that. You are better.
That's a pageant answer.
I was gonna
mic drop.
I was gonna say
question and answer, contestant number 1, Tiffany Hunter-Monique.
Right.
So we have one more question from the audience, and it is a question my husband wanted to ask, and it's a very interesting question. Do you think that full Black cast shows are helpful, or do they further divide local drag groups?
No, they're helpful because when the fuck do you see a poster with just all queens of color?
That.
It makes people take a pause and be like, have I ever seen this before? Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a good show.
That.
I want
to be perfectly honest.
I want to share the meme that Anastasia sent to me. Is this your show? The Unmelanated Collective presents, hosted by Mayonnaise, beats by DJ Just a Preference. with White Bread, Karen, and Saltine at a white-owned venue at 911 Gentrified Lane.
Oh my God.
Please send that to our group chat. Thank you.
I will.
Yeah, I
It's
love
there.
that.
Oh my
Oh, it's there.
God. I personally do think that it is helpful because it gets them out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, because like you said, how often do you see a poster with all queens of color? It doesn't just have to be Black queens. Like, it could be like, you know, Latinx queens, Asian queens, Middle Eastern queens, any of us, anyone who is just not white. How often do you get to see a show that brings that many diverse groups of people together?
Mm-hmm.
And girl, you know, when you get to that show, they are going to be bucking the house down
Yes.
because they don't get the opportunity to do it otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, because it gives you an opportunity to see what you're missing in your shows.
Mm-hmm.
And will poaching happen to get them in the shows to diversify? Yeah. But that's the goal. You know what I mean? It's like to get everybody on an equal and equitable footing for all of these shows all across, you know, like our communities.
Yeah.
You know, because like if we are given the opportunity to show what we can do, all we can do is succeed.
Truly.
You know?
That's what it comes down to. If we are given the chance to shine, then we will shine. But the thing is, the problem is, folks want, and I was going to get into this before I got cut off, but but the problem is when folks want you to come in and do assimilate. They want you to assimilate. And by assimilation, I mean they want you to leave your culture and get and just meld into what is already at the venue instead of bringing what you do best. Don't do that. Once again, do not tell a girl, oh well, can you do a little bit less Cardi B? Like I had a show, girl. I had this one little girl who told me put on a little show, and she said, we're looking for a little bit less Cardi B and more Adele. Like, this is what the show really needs. I was like, I'm gonna put the N-word every 5 fucking minutes, motherfucker. Like, legitimately, word for word, we're looking for less Cardi B and more Adele. And I was like,
oh my God.
Cardi B's top 40. Cardi B is hot. Like, what are you? Do you want a boring show? Is that what you're saying? You like a boring show? Oh, okay.
Sounds like it to me.
And so it's like we all have our go-tos. Like Jade. Jade is a phenomenal performer across the board. She can do wacky ass shit like the I always forget the goddamn man's name. Toad
from Super Mario.
Yes.
She does goddamn Toad from Super Mario, but she thrives in musical theater, and she thrives in doing songs from like the 80s and the 70s and all that jazz. And it's like, that's her niche. That's her niche. So if that's her niche, how dare you invite Jay to do a show and then be like, can you please not do your Toad number because it just won't fit the crowd. If it won't fit the crowd, then why am I here?
Why'd you book me?
I'm
gonna
do something. I'm gonna be an absolute idiot in that audience. That's what I do.
But we love that. Like, personally, as a drag queen, I go up.
Yes.
For a girl that does, especially something that I know that other people don't know I know. I hope I get to see you in person one day and you do that Toad number. I promise you, you talking coins.
Those are the hardest numbers to do because the lip sync is all screaming. I am in agonizing pain by the end. My jaw is so much.
Your jaw. And that's why you should be getting all the coins. Because like people need to understand it's like it's hard for us to find what we do best. And then when we are doing what we do best, we are exerting every bit of physical energy that we have. Because I love a ballad sometimes, or I love like, you know, like a mid-tempo number where the bitch is just belting.
That part.
You know, and you got to drop that jaw, and your jaw is, and it's a double. So you know that you're going to be out there for about 6-7 minutes, and your jaw is just on the flow.
I'm used to that.
Cramping.
Yeah, I love getting my jaw open wide. I love
Oh my God.
Man.
Anastasia, we're talking about something else.
Nasty.
But to touch on the point that you made earlier, when it comes to, you know, like changing who, like what you do and who you are for a venue, I do not believe that you should do that. You should never ever compromise your art to fit someone else's. If they book you, they want your art. Otherwise, they should not have booked you.
that part.
I am big on I find out what kind of crowd, you know, the crowd is.
Yes.
And then for the booking, I find songs within what I do
That part.
that would fit, that I know they may not know right away, but it's a memory that they will unlock and they will live for it.
That part.
I am big on, you cannot tell me that I'm not going to give you no Miss Janet Jackson or Miss Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
You will not tell me
Yes.
that I'm not going to give you 80s Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's songs that no matter if you know them or not, it will elicit a positive response.
That part.
It will get you the coins that you were looking for, and you will still be doing the drag that you came in with.
Girl, I
know,
do a Kelly Clarkson number that people eat up. Do I normally do Clarkson? Hell no. But her cute little song, Whole Lot of Woman, because I'm a whole lot of woman. It up. I do it while I wear a Dolly Parton costume with big old titties.
You gotta say that. Love So Soft is really good too. You can honestly do that as a walk around. You can buck with it. You can do whatever you want with it. It really is just about feeling like finding a way that it fits into your rep, you know?
That part.
Because like I'll give you a helicopter split in that song in a minute. You hear me?
Woo,
Or I will walk and I will pooch in a minute. Or both.
Yes. Girl, we falling apart. It's time to go.
My life. There we go.
We are 20 minutes over our time, but I felt like tonight was just so important. We needed to keep talking, and you know, this has been such a wonderful night. Girls, I hope you hang out for a little bit after we close the show because I want to kiki a little bit more. But I want to give everybody a chance to say goodnight to everybody who's watching, starting with Anastasia.
Bye.
Amazing. Perfect. That's all we needed. Stupid bitch.
Y'all, if you have not done it yet, please donate or show some support to a Black queen. Show some support to a Black-owned business. Show some support to a Black-owned organization. I specifically want to shout out Glow Harrisburg. Glow Harrisburg, we do take donations. All of our housing funds are donation based. And it is a cold season. It is a cold season. And we are getting queer youth into hotels, into housing, into rooms, wherever we can get folks into. And it's all because of donations that you all provide. Another organization to reach out to that I'm not affiliated with, Ethics. Hello. Let's go. Good morning. Is National Black Justice Coalition. The National Black Justice Coalition is one of the first and only organizations that work with queer youth of color and folks who are living with HIV who are of color. They are based out of DC. They are very important. They put out a great amount of information and education. Please support Black-owned businesses, not just this Black History Month, but all year long, but especially in Black History Month. And get tested for HIV. Thank you.
Tiffany, do you have any last words for the kids watching?
Yes. Thank you both to Jade and Anastasia for making this such a fun experience. Thank you for having me. Thank y'all to the audience for hanging out and listening to me ramble. And like she said, get tested for HIV. Know your status.
Period.
Love it. Nevaeh?
Bye. No, I'm kidding. I want to thank you guys for having me. It was so nice talking to all of y'all. It was so nice meeting you, Tiffany. Thank you to everyone that's been watching. I hope to see any of you if you're near, in a show or in the audience, if anything. And if you see me and you notice me, then come say hi. I'm not as bitchy as I look, I promise. And yeah, I love you guys and party.
Yes. Girl, Nevaeh, talking about coming to visit you, girl. I gotta get back over to Lancaster. Cause them
Yes.
y'all got some tops out there, girl. Y'all got
It's crazy.
the dick is just laid out over there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you finding them at around here, but like if you do, then let me know.
I'm gonna send you some numbers.
Yeah, because it's kind of like it's slim pickings over here.
Not whenever I was over there. Well, listen, you girl, gain some weight. Get a little meat on your bone. They gonna eat you up.
You know what it is? You know what it is? A lot of guys here, they love transgendered women and cross-dressers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I do have my drag pictures in my profile, so maybe that's the reason.
There it is.
They say,
yeah, it's like it's it's ridiculous. If you come here and you get on Grindr, there's literally not a damn picture of anyone. Like everyone is like DL looking for transgender cross-dresser sissy fag. Like it's just like and it's so crazy because I can't tell you how many people will like hit me up on there and they'll be like, oh my God, I've seen your performance. I would love to do something to you. And I'll be like, okay, well, who is this? And they'll be like, oh, I'm DL. I can't send you a picture. I'm like, well, if you don't get off of my damn phone, Jesus Christ.
I'm like, it's gonna be $2,000 come meet you, daddy.
It's gonna be $39.99 for me.
Because she's
plus tax.
A mess.
Kids, this happened.
Jade is like, this is not what I signed up for.
This is not what I thought I was doing tonight. Oh my God. No, this has been an absolute amazing night. Again, we covered some very heavy topics and did it with fun and did it with smiles. Anastasia, I don't know why I ask you back. You make my job exciting. No, I love you so much, sister. Nevaeh, it was so much fun to work with you again. I absolutely adore you. And Tiffany, we need to find a time to actually work together and just keep chatting because I absolutely adore you and I adore your sisters down in Richmond. We gotta figure out like a travel situation. We gotta do something.
Agreed.
To everyone who was watching tonight, thank you all for tuning in. I want to say a huge shout out to Efrain Rodriguez, who donated $100 to the show tonight to help us keep the show going. So thank you so much. That is absolutely incredible. And I am...
Thanks, Effie Guerrero.
Right. I am a little misty about it. I'm not going to lie. It's crazy out there, kids. I wanted to remind everyone that Divas Down Under is coming up the first Friday of March. And it's fascinating that we all talked about diverse casts because as Derek booked to the show, we realized the cast, aside from the white bitch with the purple hair, is all diverse this year or this month. Except for Jade DeVere. She doesn't really count. But yeah, we are being taken over by Rehoboth. We have Miss Peaches, Poison, Diamond Doll, Tamia Giselle Michaels, Amethyst Diamond, myself, and Anastasia Diamond at the Harrisburg Comedy Club. VIP tickets are already sold out, but head over to Eventbrite. We still have plenty of seats available, but they are going fast. Last month's show sold out 2 weeks before showtime. So like I say, don't wait around. Get your tickets as soon as possible. And go out, support drag, support all drag. Embrace your friends. If you see an injustice happening, bring it to light. Talk about it. Don't hide it. Don't be a bully. Don't be a dick. Wash your face. Wash your ass. wear your mask, keep yourself safe, get vaccinated. Did I cover everything in the book? I think I covered everything in the book just now. But there's one thing left to say. Good night, kids.
Good night.
Good night.